This way I won't have to hold steady.
Apparently you have to hold it right side up. All right. Well, I come to understand that the audio was not working the last time I went live. So we're going to try this again. If you're still here, thanks for holding on with us. We're trying to use the cellular network now. I'm inside a metal building. That's where our Gammill studio is. So anyway, what I was trying to talk about was the spot lifter product. I'm figuring that since everybody is away safe at home, busy quilting, that it's a good time to talk about the things that you might want to have on hand for if an accident happens. And I know we all try to, keep the pet hair out of the quilting room, and we try not to eat and drink around the quilts, but accidents can happen. And so this is a really neat product. It's 17 ounces. It's called Spot Lifter 2, and it really, when you hold it and shake it, it acts like a can of spray paint. It has the rattle ball on the inside, and so what you do is you shake it up, and whatever kind of spot I've ever tried to take out, I haven't had any trouble using this. The only one I haven't really tried is like a Sharpie black permanent marker. But basically, after you shake it up, you just spray it on wherever your spot is, and it fairly quickly starts to change to a white powder. And there's no water in this at all, so you won't get the rings around the area that you cleaned, and you also won't have any trouble with colors running or bleeding, because that's one thing that can happen if you're doing cleaning on a quilt. If you don't know if these fabrics have been pre-washed, especially the reds, they can run. And so you really don't want to use anything water-based on a quilt. So as you can see, if you zoom in here, you can see this area right here has turned white. And I always have trouble waiting long enough for it to dry. If you touch it, you can feel that. Do you want to touch it? You can feel that it's cold there, and that's the solvents evaporating. And so once it's dry and it's no longer cold to the touch, on the package it says you can blow the dust off or use a brush. But what I always do is I use a vacuum cleaner. So I'll use the duster brush on the vacuum cleaner and just vacuum away the powder, and then the spot is gone. You can get this from all of the Gammill dealers. They all have it. Blood, chocolate, grease, oil, food, anything that you might accidentally get on a quilt. Having this handy will reduce your paranoia quite a bit. And it runs about $20. So, the next time you need to order some needles and bobbins and other things, put a can of spot lifter on your order. I think you'll really like it. Do you have any questions about it? I'll turn it around and see if I can. Okay.
I could read the questions to you if you want. Oh, you got it. No, that works.
Oh, yeah. Gwendolyn, yeah, you vacuum your pounce chalk off? Yeah. The thing is, if you try to use compressed air to clean the dust away, it's just going to go everywhere, all over your room. Whereas with a vacuum cleaner, it's going to capture it. I haven't tried it on dry erase marker. It probably would, just because dry erase marker is also solvent based. And so probably the solvents that are in this will liberate that marker. I think it's a pretty cheap insurance plan. I know that if you don't know how to handle a spot, your heartbeat starts racing and you're like, oh my gosh, what have I done? How am I going to get out of this? Cindy's got a question. What's the best washable product for cat hair? I know that some people use those magic erase. Is it a magic eraser? It's different. It feels rubbery. If anybody knows the name of it, because I'm pulling a blank on it, but it feels very rubbery, like latex or It's jelly, and you rub it across the it's magic fur eraser. I don't know what they're called. Do we have any other questions on that spot lifter? Everybody's busy typing. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm glad you can hear me now. Hey Karen, you came late. Can I show the can again? Sure. So it's Albachem is the brand name, and then it's Spot Lifter 2, and they run $20, and it says right on it, for industrial use only, not for retail sale. That's why you don't see it in the grocery stores or whatever. But Gammill dealers, of course, we're always selling to other businesses, businesses that are in the business of doing quilts. So it is, it's not very dangerous, actually. I wouldn't try breathing it, but has anybody here on this live video used it themselves before? Probably not. A lot of people are surprised to hear about it. They were unaware that it even exists because you can't find it in the stores. So, well, that's all I've got for you. If there's no other questions, we're going to have another Facebook Live with one of our teachers tomorrow at 10 Central Time. And then it's a big secret who's going to be our presenter tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central in the same time slot. So I even don't know. So I'll have to check back and see who's going to be here tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.